The rules of basketball are pretty straightforward. When you look at the NBA rulebook, it's divided up into only 13 rules. So why are we always getting into so many fights about what the refs are or aren't calling on the floor? Nothing triggers people on Twitter more than a sweet-looking move by an NBA star that somehow appears as if it's a travel. And I spend a ton of time explaining what the rules are and why the refs make the calls that they do. So that's what this series is all about. Devin Williams and I got together on the court along with a college referee to discuss the plays that you guys get so upset about. We want to get to the truth of what the rule really is, dispel the myths, and once and for all establish what is legal. Of course, refs are going to miss calls. They're going to misinterpret what they saw. But after these episodes, you'll know what the truth is and what should have happened. Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. I am so excited to be on the court today to talk more about rules that we might not understand with Jeff Logan, who's a college referee. We've got Filayyyy over here on IG. We got Devin Williams from 10,000 Hours / Devin in the Lab, and I'm Coach Nick. We're going to talk about the gather step today because it's probably the most misunderstood rule, the most that people scream and tear their hair out, and we got to get to the bottom of this stuff. We're on the court. Let's do it.
So my question is, what is a gather step? And you know, we have Jeff here to be able to explain that. Anytime somebody sees a dunk in slow motion, they always count 3 steps because of that first step, and then it goes to 1, 2. So my question is, I always hear the gather step. Jeff, what is a gather step?
Okay. Gather step is the placement of the ball into the 2 hands as you're going up to shoot or to lay the ball up. So the last dribble, 1, and then we count 1, 2 as far as the legal steps in a gather step, going to the basket or shooting. I know a lot of people watch the videos and they want to say that that's traveling because they see 1, 2, 3, but it's that first step and then 1, 2 is what we count.
So let's just go over basics of what the actual gather step looks like. So now if I'm taking the dribble, 1, 2, then go for the layup, technically, that should be legal. So just show me what a regular layup looks like. Now, even if I were to grab the ball early, that first step still doesn't count. So if I grab it right here, 1, 2,
you're good.
Right.
Still good, right?
And let me even show you something like this. I can go like this. I can go dribble step, 1, 2.
Now that would come into question.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what they all do. That's how they do it.
That would come into question. I could understand an official calling a travel on that.
That was perfect though. He doesn't.
But I gotta do it smooth. So
He
it's
doesn't hang though.
So obviously,
Count the steps.
and this is
Everybody
something
count the steps.
this is something that's a little bit tougher, but obviously it's a little bit easier when you're moving in slow motion to call it travel. But live, it's a lot harder.
Say this on that. If we don't see that other hand touch the ball,
Yeah, they don't count it.
it's not a travel.
Yeah.
Because you
I could dribble,
still
It could be like this.
you could still you could still change motion.
I'm just saying I can go dribble, step,
Okay,
gather, 1, 2.
Yeah, you can do that.
right.
This is what I'm doing, but you're looking at me saying it's a little bit
Yeah, but
dicey. 'cause
when
I'm
you
doing
were
all-
showing it earlier, you put your other
it's-
hand on the ball.
But the speed shouldn't have any effect on whether it's legal or not. I can go a really
We're
slow
looking
1,
at
2.
hands and feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at hands and feet. If your hand is on the side of the ball, or you have not brought the other hand to the ball, then we're legal.
Right.
Once-
So one last time, if I went like this, I go.
watch your left hand. 1, 2. That's legal.
No, that's legal. That's
Yeah.
legal.
Watch.
Yep.
Watch. Dribble step. 1, 2.
Oh yeah.
Legal.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing it fast, but that's what that's the whole thing. I think that's what really screws people up.
So now moving on, now that we understand that, let's go over what I like to call the windmill or the step through, whatever you want to call it. A lot of different terminology for it. You'll see Dwayne Wade do it, you'll see Kyrie do it. He'll run to the basket, he'll take a hard dribble and bring it over the top. 1, 2, into the left. Can you show us what that looks like live? Going to the left. So basically with this swing over the top, or the windmill, I call it a windmill because you see the windmills you pass by the freeway. It's to protect, let me see, get you right here, Jess. It's to protect from when he has an arm, he goes for the ball, and then I will go over him right there. So that's kind of like the whole concept behind the windmill. So let me ask you this again, Jeff. Okay. Is that a travel? If I go right here, you're standing there.
1, 2, and up. Legal play.
That goes back to the gather again, right? Is when you are at, even though the gather is kind of up over your head, right? Is that where you're getting it? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when the gather happens or where. It could be over your head, it could be below, here. Right. As long as the steps in the ball are in the sync.
So now let's take it to a different level. We'll go over something, we'll go the opposite way of the basket. We'll go away from the basket. So you see, normally we have our normal step backs. Right there, you can do it off the dribble. Step back, right? But now you're seeing players do something a little bit different. They're taking that dribble, pounding it, and running away. And then you take it to the Instagram, you've been seeing people do something similar where they'll put it behind their back. Now my personal thing is that the ball is still in play, so now it's still live. So if I go right here and I'm still running, I can still put it back on the ground, or I could dribble it, same thing. I can hezzy it. So I'm gonna show you what that kind of looks like. So I can always still go to the basket. Another one. Into the shot. Now it looks a little bit funky, but if you think about it, my opinion that it's all the same. It's still live. So technically it would be dead once I have it right here. I put it behind, I connect it, because technically I could do this. But now if I end the dribble right here, I have 1, 2. So now, Jeff, I'm gonna do it live. I'll let you do it also.
Lead.
The next one.
Lead. Lead.
So what's happening there is it's all about when you're getting both hands on the ball, right?
Yeah.
And that's
the
what
1, 2.
I suppose that's the experience, right? The more you ref, the more you're able
more
to sort
plays
of
you
process
see.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's fast. It's
And
not
that
always easy to see.
lends to the 10,000 hours, whether it's as a player or as an official. The 10,000 hours. The more hours that you have on the court, the more plays that you see, you have a better understanding of the game.
Right, and it's a rhythm thing too, right? You might actually, if it doesn't feel right, sometimes you realize there's something else in there wrong, and you got to blow that whistle. Awesome stuff. Thank you guys for coming on the show. Filayyyy, Jeff Logan, Devin Williams, Coach Nick is here, and thank you guys for joining us. And don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in? You in, guys?
We're in.
And don't miss my episode coming up as I discuss the one-footed three-pointer with both Austin Mills and Devin Williams. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you can get notified immediately when we drop a new video. You in?